Hi everyone, my name is Shannon Doyle-Seg. I'm gonna be doing my capstone presentation today on mental disorders. Before I go ahead with the presentation, I would like to take a moment to thank the university for making school convenient, and thank you to my professors for guiding me through this journey, and say good luck to my fellow classmates and their journey to becoming a healthcare administrator. As I mentioned, the topic of discussion for this project is mental disorders, a strategic approach to improving mental health and well-being. The project will outline the facts, barriers that prevent individuals from seeking the help they need, and ways to improve mental health and well-being. Mental illness is a serious problem affecting millions in the United States. Despite numerous efforts to improve mental health and well-being, many people are still suffering from the illness. What is mental health? According to Healthy People 2020, mental health is a state of successful performance of mental function, resulting in productive activities, fulfilling relationship with other people, and the ability to adapt, to change, and to cope with challenges. What is mental illness? According to the National Association of Mental Illness, a mental illness is a condition that impacts a person's thinking, feeling, or mood, and may affect his or her ability to relate to others and function on a daily basis. We have a graph that shows the severity of mental illness ranging from mild to severe, and a few facts about mental illness. It is said that mental illness affects millions in the United States. It affects 1 in 4 adults in any given year, and 1 in 20 Americans live with a serious mental illness. 1 in 4 women and 1 in 8 men suffers from major depressive disorders in a given year, and 10% of children suffer from serious mental illness, and it is also the leading cause of disability in developed countries, and only 15% of all individuals with a mental illness receive adequate care. What is the problem with improving mental health? The problem is the fact that many individuals suffering from mental illness don't know if they have a problem or don't even seek help because of the stigmatization, limited knowledge about mental illness, and financial barriers. There is said the barriers to improving mental health. There is the stigma, which is stigmatization, the lack of mental health care services, the high costs associated with psychiatric treatment, the lack of comprehensive mental health policies, and people's poor understanding, limited knowledge about mental illness. What are the stigma associated with mental illness? It is said that there is 3 types of stigma: public stigma, self-stigma, and label avoidance. Public stigma is the public conception about someone with a mental illness, like the name calling people psycho, cuckoo. Those are what cause people to have self-stigma. It is said that self-stigma is the public opinion causing mental ill individuals to harm themselves. And the last stigma is label avoidance. It's avoiding everything in order to escape both public stigma and self-stigma. Okay, stop the stigma of mental illness. Stigma associated with mental illness make it harder for people to seek counseling or treatment that can improve mental health and well-being. We do have another graph showing the reason why most people don't seek treatment. And the number one reason is the cost associated with getting treatment, like psychotherapy. Mental health and politics. There is a lot of says about like improving mental illness, but not many people are doing much, especially politicians. There is inadequate legislation. Severe mental illness can have a devastating impact on a community, and no politicians are campaigning to improving care for the mentally ill. Strategies to promote mental illness are indeed needed and needs to be addressed. Untreated mental illness can lead to people committing gruesome acts like mass killing. Unfortunately, those mass killing are becoming routine, just like the president mentioned in his address to the nation, that something needs to be done. We had a recent mass shooting in Oregon. The last one was in Sandy Hook Elementary School, killing about 26 people. Something needs to be done to take care of people with mental illness. It is said that people with mental illness don't tend to be violent, but when their condition is not treated, they can act and commit some gruesome act. What can be done? There is a few things that can be done. There is acceptance and commitment therapy.